So we have the equality property for logs. There's also an equality property for exponents. So the equality property of exponents says if you have something like b to the power of x and it's equal to b to the power of y, so the bases are the same, then that can only happen if the exponents are the same. So x and y have to be the same thing. Okay, so here is our first example. So we have 10 to the 3x is equal to 10 to the 15th power. Well, the only way that can be true is if both of these exponents are equal. Okay, we can't have 10 to 1 power, like maybe it's 10 to the 20th, and then 10 to the 15th. Those aren't going to be the same, right? We got to times by the same amount of tens on each side. So if this one's a 15, this one has to be a 15. Okay, but we're being told that it's 3 times x. So those of you who are quick thinkers, you can probably figure out that x has to be 5, because if x equals 5, 3 times 5 is going to be 15, and we'll have 10 to the 15th power equals 10 to the 15th power. But the way you would solve this is you would write down an equation that takes the two exponents and equates them, kind of like we did with the logs. We took the log part and wrote it down. So here we're taking the two exponents, writing down as equal, and then we can solve for x like we normally do. Divide both sides by 3. X equals 15 divided by 3, which is 5. Okay. Here's another example. We have 8 to the x plus 2 equals 8 to the 2x minus 3. The only way these can be the same is if the x plus 2 and the 2x minus 3 come out to be the same number. So x plus 2 has to equal 2x minus 3. Okay, now I can solve this for x. Again, I'm going to move all my x's over to one side, move all my numbers to the other side. So I'm just doing the opposite. I'm subtracting x from both sides because I want to get rid of it over here. I'm adding 3 to both sides because I want to get rid of them over here. I just did them all in one step. And then I'm going to end up with 2 plus 3, which is 5. And 2x minus 1x is going to be just x. You have two things, you're taking one away, you're left with 1. And so that tells me x equals 5. So just to show you up here, if x equaled 5, you'd have 5 plus 2, which makes this 8 to the 7th power, because 5 plus 2 is 7. And then over here you have 2 times 5, which is 10, minus 3, which is 7. So you get 8 to the 7th here, which obviously those will be equal. Okay.